Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. In this video we will show you how Muslims they play their deception. I received an email from someone in Facebook, and she said she met some Muslims, and she said actually they are very nice to her and they are very sweet and very humble. Well, you want to know how Muslims are? Go and live between them, not they are living between you. When Muslims are minority, they are not the same Muslims when they are majority. And those poor Western, they do not understand. Now I want to play for you this video to show you how Muslims they play false teaching, and how someone he do not even know what he's talking about. This guy supposedly he claimed to be a scholar, and I will show you how stupid what he says. And he will call you Christians that you are the one is stupid. Listen carefully.
I mean, really, I'm saying it didn't even hit the thing yet. I'm about to sit, didn't even hit the thing yet. I'm about to sit down, and they got the camera on me. They say, Imam Siraj, isn't it true that the Quran says that the Muslims shouldn't take the Christians and Jews as friends and protectors? Didn't the Quran say that? And isn't this bigotry? I thought you wanted me to talk about what I was doing. Now, this is an attack on the Quran. Not a problem. You can defend the Quran. It's the word of Allah. Allah honored me to say something on behalf. Allah don't need me. Allah honored me on behalf of him to say something about the Quran. I said the problem is you don't know the Quran and you don't know Arabic and you take things out of context.
You do not know the Quran. This is number one. You do not know Arabic, and you are taking things out of context. This is the three excuses Muslims they use to fool you. And this Abdul himself, he do not know Arabic. Listen to his Arabic and laugh.
How dare you? And people do this, and it's sickening. You take a book, 114 chapters, that was revealed in 23 years. You have the audacity to take a verse out of it, out of context, throw it out there, no explanation, no nothing, and you weren't after me. You were after those millions of people that were listening and watching to say that, see how Islam is against Christians and Jews. And I said, well, since you asked, let me tell you something. Let me quote what it says.
Suppose this is Arabic. You see, this is in Arabic. They recite, they remember words, but they don't know how to say it, and they do not know even what it's mean. Let us see if he knew exactly what he's talking about.
Oh, you who believe, don't take the Christians and Jews as awliya. What does awliya mean? It's the plural of the word wali. What does wali mean? One of the names of Allah, al-wali. He's the protector. This is why, sisters, when you read the hadith of the Prophet, he says, La nikaha illa biduni wali. There's no marriage without what, a friend? There's no marriage without a friend? It's stupid. It's
But he will not tell us what wali mean yet. There's no marriage without a will, you stupid idiot. It means there's no marriage without someone have authority over you, which is going to be in Islam a father or a male member of the family.
So now, there's no marriage without a guardian, a protector. Your father is your natural guardian.
So now what he agreed with, that the Christians and Jews cannot be accepted as protectors for Muslims. What does that mean? I will go with him. He said he didn't want to accept it as a friend, right? Let us go with him and see what that will mean exactly. Let us hear to the end.
Father protects his daughter. That's what the hadith is saying. Now listen. Everyone knows that Muslims are allowed to marry the people of the book. Who are the people of the book?
So what if you marry them? But we cannot marry from you. You kill us. Muslims, they marry Christian women so they can breed more babies. But she is under the authority of Islam. She have no right of anything. Actually, she cannot even inherit her husband. A Muslim woman, if her husband dies, she inherit. A Christian woman, she don't. So when they say to you, oh, we marry from a Christian women simply because Muhammad, he want to spread Islam by babies. But can a Muslim woman marry a Christian man? You will kill her. You see how they try to manipulate the truth? Continue.
Christians and Jews. Think about this. Allah is saying in the same Quran, you permitted to marry the people of the book.
In the same Quran, Allah is saying you cannot, because Quran have contradiction. So what you will not say to us that Islam have a lot of abrogated verses, because I can show you right now, and let me do it right away before we continue, that in Quran it says you cannot marry from non-believers. Chapter 2, verse 221. Let us see any translation you want. O you believer, do not marry unbelieving women, idolaters, anyone actually. By the way, when they say between two brackets, it doesn't mean the Quran have those. Those something they add when they make the Quran, which means it's false. It's not exist even in the Quran. So, do not marry unbelieving women until they believe. Is the Quran clear? Do not marry unbelieving women until they believe. Now later Muhammad, he felt himself he is losing, because there's a lot of women who they are unbelieving, and they capture them and they want to have babies from them. So he said, you know, like you cannot have sex with them and you cannot marry them and you cannot what? Like how we will, you know, so he allowed them to have sexual relationship without marriage. In the same time, he allowed them to have marriage to them, which means either way you want, whatever you want. And this is the verse in front of you. And actually the verse says, a slave woman who believes is better than than a woman who don't believe. So what Islam believe, and by the way, when the Muslims they speak about equality in Islam, they say to you, Islam don't believe slave is equal. Look, the Quran says a slave woman who believe is better than a woman who do not believe, which means the slave woman is the lowest woman in Islam. A slave woman, she is a Muslim, she is better to marry from a free woman, she is not a believer. Now look how they try to deceive you about what the Muslims can do and what the Muslims are not allowed to do, and he will try to say to you, this is not about to take you as a friend, but he just said that it's about not to take you as a guard, not to take you as a guard. Now where this guy he live in USA, which means he don't accept USA Constitution, he don't accept USA President, he don't accept USA Police, he don't accept any guard except a Muslim guard. What does that mean? It means Muslims cannot be trusted in this country. They have no loyalty, they have no faithful loyalty to anything in this country, because no one can be a guard for a Muslim except a Muslim. Listen carefully and let us expose this liar.
So what are you saying? You can marry them, but don't be friends to them.
Yes, absolutely.
Come on, silly.
You know what, silly? Let me show everybody who is silly. He's repeating himself now. Let us go, and he said, you are quoting for me a verse out of context. Let us take it in context and let us see what the Muslim scholars they say, just to show everybody. And by the way, all those who are listening, they knew that he's lying. This is something they say in the front of TV. They knew that this is for something to present in the internet, to present in TV, for people who they are Western, to lie to them. Let us go and see with the proofs and reference. You know, we have many verses in the Quran. We can choose any, you know, chapter 3, verse 128, chapter 4, verse 76. But we will go to the verse he is speaking about, specifically the verse he's talking about. So we will go to chapter 5, verse 51, and this is Islamic translation. Read with me. O ye who believe, take not the Jews and the Christians for your friends and protectors. He was saying it's not about friends. So the Muslims, when they translate the Quran, they are lying. So if the Christians who say that to you, they are silly, well, are you going to say that this man who is a Muslim man and you are holding his Quran? By the way, the Quran he have in his hand, this is Yusuf Ali translation. Because I saw it, the same one, the same color, the small one. It's Yusuf Ali translation. This is not even an Arabic one. So he himself, he do not know how to read Arabic Quran. He is reading Yusuf Ali translation, which is the same exact translation we have in the front of our hand. Read with me. Take not the Jews and the Christians for your friends and protectors. Now, if you analyze them one by one, let us go and say, you know what? He is right about friends. You know, they can take us as a friend. And I will prove to you that he is a liar. Very easy. If you cannot take me as a protector, isn't it that mean you cannot take me as a friend? What it mean you reject me to be a protector for you? It means you cannot take me as a friend. It means you can't trust me. Correct, guys? If somebody, he cannot take you as a protector, what does that mean? You are enemy. So let us see who is the silly in here and who is the stupid trying to lie to people. And you know what? I'm not going to explain the Quran. I will go and see from the Islamic explanation what the Quran says. If he is right, I will say he's right. And I will show you how to find always reference about Islam so you can expose Muslims. You go to Tafsir. Here we go. They are even advertising for Islamic their TV there, so nobody can say to us. qtafsir.com. You go and you choose the chapter. And you go, as an example, chapter 5, verse number 51. Let us go here. You choose chapter 5, it's going to jump the page, and then you choose 51. And this is Ibn Kathir explanation, you know. So we will see what Ibn Kathir is saying. If Ibn Kathir is saying what he said, it means he's right and he's smart. If Ibn Kathir is saying what we are saying, it means we are the smart and he is a silly liar. Here we go. Let us go to the topic. We go down, we go down. Oh, here we go. Oh, you believe, don't take the Jewish, etc. Let us read it. Let's see what Ibn Kathir is saying. Please read with me. Please. Maybe, you know, the page is not coming right. Let me try to make it. Okay, we have to make it smaller then. Okay. Now read with me. This is Ibn Kathir, and this is the Muslim translation, and this is their website, and this is their own words. And he himself, to explain that verse, did he say you'd not even quote the explanation? You came to me with the verse, take it out of context without explanation. This is what he said. Here we go. This is the explanation. Read with me, please. It says, O who you believe, take not